Imagine this. It's April 10th, 1912. You're standing on the docks of Southampton, gazing up at a true giant, RMS Titanic. It's not just a ship, it's a promise of a new future, a floating palace of dreams. The air buzzes with excitement, the sound of steam whistles, and the chatter of thousands of hopeful souls. You clutch your ticket, a simple piece of paper that feels like the key to another world. As you step aboard, the sheer scale is breathtaking. If you're in first class, you're greeted by the grand staircase, a masterpiece of polished oak and intricate ironwork, crowned by a magnificent glass dome. Your suite is more luxurious than most hotels, with plush carpets and private promenades. The air smells of fresh flowers and expensive perfume. Down in third class, the atmosphere is different but just as vibrant. It's a community of families packed together with their life's belongings, sharing stories and songs of the new life they hope to build in America. The cabins are modest but clean and far better than on other ships. For many, this is the most comfort they've ever known. The first few days at sea are magical. The ship glides through the calm blue Atlantic like a graceful swan. Your days are a blur of pleasant routines. You might take a stroll on the boat deck, feeling the crisp sea breeze on your face. Perhaps you'll enjoy a game of shuffleboard, or take a swim in the ship's heated swimming pool, a marvel of modern technology. Evenings are for socializing. In the first-class dining saloon, which spans the entire width of the ship, you're treated to 10-course meals, served on delicate china. The conversations are light, the orchestra plays softly, and the future seems as bright and endless as the starlit sky. Then comes Sunday, April 14th. The day starts like any other, but the air grows colder as evening falls. You might notice the crew seems a little more tense, but you dismiss it. After dinner, you might be in the lounge, listening to the band play popular tunes, or perhaps you've retired to your cabin for the night. You're comfortable, secure, wrapped in the warmth of the ship and the promise of arriving in New York in just a couple of days. You feel completely safe. After all, you're on the unsinkable Titanic. Then, at 11:40 p.m., it happens. A sudden jarring shudder runs through the entire vessel. It's not a violent crash, more like a long grinding scrape. Some people barely feel it. You might wake up wondering if the ship has just stopped. You peek out into the hallway and at first everything seems normal, but then you hear it. A strange, unfamiliar silence. The engines have stopped. The rhythmic hum that has been the constant heartbeat of your journey is gone. Slowly, a quiet sense of unease begins to spread. Stewards start knocking on doors, their voices calm but firm. Everyone on deck with your life belts on. There's no panic yet, just confusion. On deck, the night is bitterly cold and unnervingly still. The sky is filled with more stars than you've ever seen, and the sea is as flat and black as glass. The ship's officers are trying to maintain order, launching distress rockets that burst high above, painting the dark sky with fleeting, desperate colors. This is the moment everything changes. The ship has a noticeable tilt. It's slight at first, but it's growing. Now the instruction is women and children first. This is where your story takes a turn. If you're a woman in first class, a crew member guides you towards a lifeboat. Saying goodbye to your husband is a blur of rushed words and a final desperate touch. You're lowered down into the darkness, the massive, brightly lit ship towering above you like a dying giant. From the lifeboat, you watch in helpless horror. If you're a man or a passenger in third class, your struggle is much harder. Many of the third-class passengers are trapped below decks, navigating a confusing maze of corridors as cold water rushes in. When you finally make it to the deck, many of the lifeboats are already gone. Panic is setting in. The deck is now steeply angled, making it hard to stand. The band, incredibly, continues to play, a final defiant act of courage against the inevitable. The ship's final moments are a symphony of chaos and terror. The lights flicker and die, plunging everyone into darkness. The roar of 1,000 terrified voices is drowned out by a sound you will never forget. The deafening groan of twisting metal as the great ship breaks in two. The stern rises high into the air, silhouetted against the stars, before its final swift plunge into the icy water. You are now in the water. The cold is a physical blow, stealing your breath and paralyzing your limbs. It's a cold so intense it feels like fire. All around you are the cries of 1,500 people, a sound of collective agony that will haunt your dreams for the rest of your life. You cling to a piece of wreckage, an overturned lifeboat, anything to stay afloat. Your body is numb, but you fight to stay conscious. You watch as, one by one, the cries fade into an eerie silence. Hours later, just as the sun begins to rise, a light appears on the horizon. It's the Carpathia, Hope, which had all but vanished, returns. Being pulled from the water is a miracle. Wrapped in blankets, sipping hot coffee, you are a survivor. But as you look around at the other hollow-eyed faces, you are struck by the sheer scale of the loss. You are alive, but a part of you will forever remain in the icy darkness of that night. You've survived the Titanic, and your life will never be the same. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If this story moved you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more historical explorations. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next one.